Eala's journey at the 2025 WTA Guangzhou Open came to an end in the semifinals, not with defeat in spirit, but with growth in performance. Representing the Philippines once again on the international stage, Eala delivered one of her most consistent weeks of doubles tennis this season, proving that her all-around game continues to mature under competitive pressure. She and her Ukrainian partner Nadiia Kichenok reached the semi-final round after an impressive win against the higher-ranked duo of Polina Kudermetova and Kamila Rakimova of Russia. Though their run ultimately stopped against the composed pairing of Poland's Katarzyna Peter and Indonesia's Janice Chen, the campaign served as another indicator of Eala's ability to perform steadily at the WTA level. Eala entered Guangzhou riding a wave of strong performances throughout 2025. Still only 20 years old, she had already reached new career milestones, including a top 60 ranking in singles earlier this year. Her presence in doubles continues to expand her experience, particularly in high-level competitions across Asia. Alongside Kichenok, a seasoned doubles specialist and former top 50 player, Alex embraced the partnership with discipline. Their run in Guangzhou began confidently, defeating Emily Appleton and Qianhui Tang in the opening round, 6-4, 6-2. That performance demonstrated a clean mix of Kichenok's net prowess and Eala's baseline consistency. Together, they struck a balance between aggression and stability, a pattern that carried into the next rounds. The quarterfinal victory over Polina Kudermetova and Kamila Rakimova proved to be a major highlight of Eala's campaign. Facing a physically imposing Russian duo with powerful serves and flat hits, Eala and Kichenok knew they had to play tactically smart tennis. From the start, they kept points short and varied their returns effectively. Eala's returning game was particularly sharp. She read Rakimova's serve early, using controlled backhand drives that pinned their opponents down the middle. One crucial moment came late in the second set, at 4-5, when Eala delivered a clutch cross-court forehand on breakpoint, sending the match back on serve and shifting momentum completely. In the next two games, both Eala and Kichenok raised their intensity, breaking the Russians decisively to close out the match 6-3, 7-5. After sealing the victory, there was no outward celebration, only calm satisfaction. It was businesslike, the kind of silent confidence that defines athletes coming into their own. This victory advanced them into the semifinals, their best run together so far this year. It also added valuable WTA ranking points, boosting Eala's standing in doubles and further solidifying her reputation as one of Asia's most promising young players. The semifinal matchup against Katarzyna Peter and Janice Chen was always expected to be a difficult test. Peter, a veteran of the tour, has an extensive doubles resume built on her steady serving and precise volleying, while Chen, one of Southeast Asia's fast-rising players, complements her with athletic baseline coverage. The first set was evenly matched. Both teams held serve through the opening games. Eala and Kichenok kept a steady rhythm, relying on controlled aggression from the back and capitalizing on mid-court opportunities when Peter's returns dropped short. The rallies were long, often strategic, and rarely yielded easy winners. As the set progressed to 6-6, the tiebreak tested composure under pressure. Eala opened the tiebreak with a confident backhand winner down the line, but small margins decided the outcome. Two unforced errors, one wide forehand and a mistimed volley, tilted the balance toward the Polish-Indonesian pair. Peter and Chen secured the tiebreak 7-4, taking the opening set after nearly an hour of play. Eala and Kichenok regrouped for the second set. Their communication remained sharp, with occasional nods and quiet pep talks between points. Alex adjusted her positioning on returns, looking to attack earlier off Chen's second serve. Her anticipation improved, forcing short exchanges. However, Peter and Chen adapted quickly, using superior court coverage to neutralize Eala's angles. Several crucial rallies ended with Peter finishing at the net, her instincts honed from years of experience. Despite Eala and Kichenok saving break points at 2-3, a double fault on a key service game eventually opened the door for their opponents. From there, Peter and Chen kept their momentum steady, closing the match 7-6, 6-3 in 1 hour and 40 minutes. It was a defeat, but far from a disappointment. The match showcased the fine margins that define success at this level, where execution and psychology meet under constant pressure. After the match, neither Eala nor Kichenok showed visible frustration. They walked off the court with composure, exchanging handshakes and brief smiles with their opponents. Alex later posted a short note of gratitude on social media. thanking fans for their support and emphasizing that each match adds to the journey. The reaction reflected her approach throughout 2025. Not reactive, but measured. Even amid tough losses, she's shown an understanding that personal progress happens through repetition and resilience. While Guangzhou closed a chapter for Eala's October campaign, it also continued her pattern of steady improvement internationally. Her recent schedule, from strong performances in Suzhou, Sao Paulo, and Eastbourne, has exposed her to diverse playing conditions that strengthen her adaptability. In doubles particularly, she's gaining stability through partnerships with experienced players like Kichenok. The emphasis on teamwork, spacing, and tactical predictability is giving her court sense refinement that will benefit her singles game as well. From a technical standpoint, Eala's serve placement has developed noticeably since earlier this season. She's grown more comfortable using slice serves wide on the ad court to set up forehand combinations. Her baseline depth remains her strongest asset, particularly her ability to reset long rallies without going defensive. Mentally, she continues to display discipline well beyond her years. Players often describe doubles competition as a test of humility, requiring coordination over individuality. And Eala's seamless adaptability is visible proof of her maturing mindset. Partnering with veterans pushes her learning curve forward. She listens, adjusts mid-match, and prioritizes communication over aggression when situations tighten. Though her Guangzhou semifinal run ended one match short of the final, it carried multiple gains. The points earned bolster her position ahead of the late-season WTA events, while the match experience strengthens her long-term doubles credentials. More importantly, the run reaffirmed why fans and analysts consider Eala a next-generation athlete to watch, not simply for her raw potential, but for her grounded professionalism. Instead of dramatics, she approaches victory with gratitude and defeat with perspective. A maturity that separates rising athletes from transient contenders. For Filipino fans, every tournament Eala enters carries emotional weight. No other player from the country has reached this level of consistency since she turned pro. Her progress adds depth to Southeast Asian representation in women's tennis, and her respect on and off court continues to make her a figure younger athletes look up to. In Guangzhou, even though the final slipped away, Eala represented the nation with composure throughout. Cameras caught moments of Filipino supporters cheering from the stands, waving small flags during intervals. Their applause after the semi-final loss wasn't out of sympathy, it was acknowledgement of her steady upward climb. From a career development perspective, 2025 has been an essential building year. Each tournament has taught her a different aspect of professional balance, physical management, scheduling, and match recovery. The Guangzhou performance serves as a case study in consistency, proving that she can sustain high-level tennis through multiple rounds in a demanding setting. Looking ahead, Eala will likely continue working on strengthening her serve and her first shot aggression, both key for closing tight matches. Her training base in Europe already focuses on integrating those improvements into her 2026 season schedule. At just 20, the maturity Eala shows under pressure suggests longevity. Her dual commitment to singles and doubles broadens her understanding of strategy, singles refining her shot tolerance, doubles polishing her anticipation and teamwork. In the long term, that dual exposure will give her an edge similar to players who built all-around adaptability early in their careers. For now, the focus remains gradual. Small steps, consistent execution, and mental composure after every outcome. Eala's semifinal finish at the 2025 Guangzhou Open wasn't just a moment of competition, it was another step forward in a career defined by endurance, improvement, and perspective. There were no theatrics, no frustration, just reflection, recognition, and resolve. Each match she plays, win or lose, adds another piece to a career built not only on skill, but on balance. Balancing ambition with patience, faith with practicality, and learning with progress. So while the spotlight now shifts to the finalists, one thing remains clear. Eala leaves Guangzhou with her reputation intact and her potential reaffirmed. She's not finished, she's focused. And for Philippine tennis, that's more valuable than any single trophy, the assurance that its brightest talent is learning, growing, and moving forward, one measured step at a time.